As most of you probably know, I live in a tiny village in the countryside. The benefits are many. Less crime, less pollution, less stress, and compared with the noisy and dirty city, I mean, just look at it. Who wouldn't want to live here? Well, plenty of people actually. That's why the cities are so big. Rural life isn't for everyone. But some people who are more used to an urban lifestyle may one day find themselves having to relocate to a small town, and that will take some adjustment. So here are a few tips I have for you. I don't know how much help they'll be, but I think they'll be of some help. First, you may need to find different ways of enjoying yourself. Out here we don't have any of your fancy clubs and bars. We did used to have a disco in the next village, and in the village after that some youngsters have just opened a shisha bar, and that's it. But rather than think of giving things up, think of it as an opportunity to try something new. Go hiking or biking, learn to fly a kite, go to a beer festival. It's a different life, but that doesn't mean it's less fun. You can certainly get very drunk at a local beer festival, and many people do. Not that I'm recommending that you do so yourself, but the option is there. The tricky bit is getting to know people, because rural folk have this thing where it takes them a long time to consider you a friend. But once they do, you have a friend for life. What can help is having children or a dog. At least then you're likely to come into contact with other parents or dog owners. But that's not an option for everybody. But to be really accepted, you have to play an active role in the community. Me? I'm the guy who posts those YouTube videos of the annual straw bale festival. But of course, you don't have to be an internationally recognized media star to gain the respect of the locals. For example, you can join a society. Rural Germany has societies coming out of its ears. Sports clubs, shooting clubs, choral societies, brass bands, historical societies, the volunteer fire brigade, amateur dramatic societies, rabbit breeder societies, model railway clubs, rock bands, dance groups, you name it. There are many different ways of getting involved. But while getting involved is unquestionably a good thing, trying to change things might not be your best tactic. If you're going to complain about the noise from the annual village festival and demand that it stops dead at 10 p.m. sharp, you're not going to make yourself very popular. You may even have the law on your side, but people are not going to forget how you ruined their fun. Your best strategy is always to join in. And rural life can be full of excitement. Like the time somebody's goats escaped and started eating the neighbour's garden, or the time somebody tipped hot ashes onto their compost heap and nearly started a forest fire, or the time that a tame magpie came to live with us for a week. In all seriousness though, I find life here fantastic. If you're a city dweller forced for whatever reason to go and live in a tiny village, then my advice is get involved in the community and find new ways of having fun. Hopefully that will make life a bit easier for you. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to send me a postcard, here's the address. And don't forget to visit my website and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Also, if you'd like access to special bonus content and help with the costs of running this channel, please consider making a small monthly donation on Patreon.